Hi, how's it going? Today is day 10 of my 100-day challenge where every day I'm doing a Facebook Live video. So welcome to day 10. Today I am talking about a little bit something that I am doing in the Artist Way. So for those of you that don't know, the Artist Way is a 12-week book program that helps you to unlock and untap your creativity. So I am in week 4. And one of the assignments for week 4 is called reading deprivation. So basically it says that you are not allowed to read really anything for the week. And that includes books, that includes articles on Facebook, that includes blogs, that includes news, and that's a lot, So how do you not do that? But the point is, if you are constantly consuming other people's content, you are constantly putting other people's opinions into your mind. There's no room for your own opinions and thoughts to come through, right? So you're just kind of weighing down your creativity because you're putting other people's thoughts in your mind. And so by taking a week and holding to it and not reading anything, it forces you to get a little bit uncomfortable, first off, and then get a little bit bored, and then you really find out what it really is that drives you. You get in touch with yourself and your thoughts, something that you might be out of touch with. A lot of times, there's so much going on in the world. I remember I went to this 10-day silent meditation retreat because I'm a little crazy. And when I came back from the retreat, I was so shocked by all of the billboards and all of the signs. Like, there is so much stimulus coming at us right now. And if you are feeling lost or stuck or like you have some sort of block, then maybe you should join me in giving up reading this week and getting in touch with your creativity and your inner voice. I know so many times we want to consume because there's so much good content out there. I get it. I have loved reading all of my life. When I was younger, I used to get in trouble because it was nighttime or it was time to go to bed and my light would be on and I would get in trouble because my dad would see my light on from the outside of my room and it'd be like midnight and I'd be reading. So I am someone that has always loved reading, but you need to allow space to have your own voice shine through, to produce yourself, to take action on your own things. And if you're constantly taking in other people's opinions, then there's not space to figure out how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world, and also just what lights your soul on fire. So I think the point of that is to just get a little bit uncomfortable and get a little bit bored. I remember before we had social media and before we had phones, when I was younger, I wouldn't have anything to do and I would just sit on my bed and I would think about things. And then I would get bored and so I would go outside and I would play. And then when I was done with that, I would actually, side note, that just reminded me that I used to love raking the leaves, like doing things, and now we just are consuming so much that we're not doing things that make us happy. And for me, when I was younger, I really loved raking the leaves, and that is super random. But the point is just taking the time to listen to yourself and listening to your intuition, because your intuition needs to be stimulated to be heard more easily. And so I took this to heart, and the other day I just sat and I let myself just sit. And nowadays, we're always grabbing our phones. We don't want to be uncomfortable, so we have our phone right there triggering us. But I avoided my phone. I avoided grabbing a book, and that led me to painting something. So it was like such a dramatic cause and effect of being bored and then painting something, creating something. And then the next day I grabbed some colored pencils and I started coloring. So it is really interesting how just putting your phone down and putting books down, putting your computer down, any sort of content, any sort of reading or information, just taking a little bit of break from consuming and taking time to listen to yourself and listening to your intuition and creating something and just enjoying and playing and getting lost in the moment. And maybe it just is putting on music and dancing. So that is an interesting challenge that I'm doing this week, and I encourage you to do the same. It's definitely a challenge, but it is good. And on that same line, another thing that the Artist Way talked about this week was thinking about your 8-year-old self, and what would your 8-year-old self tell you? And in thinking of that, first I was like, I think that my 8-year-old self would tell me that I'm freaking awesome. Like, I think my 8-year-old self would be proud of me, I hope. But I think my 8-year-old self would tell me, lady, you work too much. You worry too much. You need to calm down. You need to go outside. You need to have fun. You need to eat more things that without caring about the consequences. And I think that is something to remember, just to give ourselves permission to have fun, because there is something that kids have, that joy, that fulfillment, that I think that we could learn from. If we could merge the two, working hard with being happy, then that would create a space for something really beautiful. So again, I would encourage you to think about what you could learn from your 8-year-old self and how you could let go of some of the stress and maybe just enjoy life without all of the worries that you have. So that is what I have for you today. I encourage you to not read for a week and think about your 8-year-old self and how you can be more like that 8-year-old self. So also I have created an amazing resource. It is called How to Love Yourself and Your Life, 3 Simple Steps to Achieve Your Goals and Love Your Life Starting from the Inside Out. So you can find that on my website, showuptogoup.com. It's totally free. It's amazing. I hope you enjoy it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.